Alright, this is a 21 Santa Fe hybrid. I resealed the oil pan. We're going to look at the brakes. So the brake pads are good. So I'm going to show you how to take apart these brakes if you're doing a brake job. I'm not doing a brake job on here, but I'm looking at other stuff. But I'll show you how to take these apart. So first we have these two screws here, because you're going to want to either replace or resurface or cut. You know, if you want them cut, you can bring them to like your auto zone and they'll cut them for you. So what I have here is like an impact screw. It kind of turns, so I'll hold it like this and then hit the back with a hammer. I'll do it softly and then gradually harder until it breaks that screw loose. There's two of them. So these came out really easily. I didn't have to hit very hard at all. Probably because they're still pretty new. Now I take these out first because right now the brake pads are holding the thing going back and forth. So it's easier to take them out when everything's together. And don't forget to put those back in when you're done. So now I'm going to go to this here. I believe this is a 14. The top one and the bottom one. And that's going to take this piece here off. It doesn't take much force to get these loose. This is going to be relatively the same on all the Hyundais for front brakes. We got both those out. They're 14. And we can remove the piece here. Look at it, make sure everything looks okay there. Now if I were doing the brakes, I'd push this piston back in, but I'm actually not doing brakes on this, so that doesn't need to be pushed back in. There are tools for pushing that back in, if I can find one. Like I use this. Fits for the fronts, doesn't usually fit for the backs. The rear brakes, I usually use something like this. Unless they have like the other parking brake where you gotta turn the piece back in. I can do that in another video. Check these slides. So I'm gonna take this part off now. That's this bolt here and this bolt here. I believe those are both 17 millimeters. These ones are going to be in a lot harder than these ones to turn out. And once you get them kind of loose, you're going to be able to do it with your finger. Get those out. That's what this piece looks like when you take it out. So now we have just the rotor here with nothing holding it on. Again, I'm not replacing these brakes, but to replace these pads, we are going to, or you are going to pull the old ones out, hit them out with a hammer, whatever, and take these little metal pieces, knock those out, because the new pad should come with new of those brackets. And then you clean the metal where these sit. Get it all cleaned up. I grind it a little bit, get all the rust off there before I put new ones on. And then I use brake grease, put it on there, then put this piece on, the new one. You do that both sides. And then you're also going to do, before you put these pads on, you put a little bit of grease on the contact points on all of them. I like to keep this metal tab towards the bottom. Like on here, it's on the top, but if I keep it on the bottom, for this bottom, this part here, it's a little easier to see when you're under the car without taking the wheel off. See where it's at. And then you just reverse order, put it back on. They're pretty easy. And then for getting this rotor off, this one comes off real easy. If I'm replacing them and stuff like that, I usually got to hit them with a sledgehammer and break them loose. But you can see this one was just sitting there. It's a new car, so nothing's really on there that rusted yet. As you go to the next point, this piece is your wheel bearing. So if you had to go that far to replace this is also not that complicated. I mean, you need a big 32 millimeter to get this off. Remember, these are crushed in. You hit with a hammer to kind of lock them in on both sides. So you take that nut off, and then you got 4 bolts here, which are actually they're kind of tucked up in the axle slot down here, behind this ridge. They're torque bolts, so a large torque key, and that'd be how you'd replace that. It's also not something I'm doing today. That's basically it. Next time I do like an actual brake service, I'll film it, but this is kind of a rough thing of what happens. This is like the grease I have. There's a little brush in the cap. Clean everything up, grease it. Another thing to check is these slides. You want to make sure they do move and slide, both of them. Either way, I like to pull these out. Pretty easy to pull out normally. If you're older, probably rusty, it might be pretty hard. You take that rubber off there and you pull them all the way out. And then I clean them all up, put new grease on them, and put them back in. Make sure they're moving. If they're not moving, they're going to cause, uneven brake wear and stuff. Always check these, take them out, clean them, do whatever you got to do to make sure they're sliding. Now I'm just going to put these back together. So put these screws back in and then just kind of tapped them, holding this turned tap. These are spring loaded. So simple there, everything's going to go back together. Do the opposite way you took it apart. Bolts in there, get them all good and tight. And it'd be make sure you press the brake pedal a couple times after everything's together before you start driving, and it should be all good.